Hello everyone, I'm going to be talking about a subject that occurs pretty frequently, but I want to title today's video the following. The people at the bank love mama, but they won't talk to her son. So I will talk about that, and it's coming up next. Thank you. So hello, I'm attorney Jeff Fouts with the law firm of Fouts Law Group, and we focus exclusively on estate planning and asset protection. If this is your first time here and you have an interest in learning about strategies and answers to questions about how to protect your assets and estate from excessive tax, from creditors and predators, making sure your spouse doesn't get taken advantage of after you die, and that your kids don't lose your inheritance due to divorce or lawsuits, things like that, then just click the subscribe button below, and also be sure to click the notification bell so you will get a notice whenever we post a new video. So let's jump right into today's topic. The bank loves mama, but they won't talk to her son. So a son brought his mother in, and there was some pretty big problems going on at the bank. So the bank had some incorrect charges on the account. So not only did the mother need someone just to help her in general, but the bank had some charges that were incorrect. There was some fraudulent charges going on. Mother had made some mistakes, and so they needed a new financial power of attorney. It was either that or have a guardianship proceeding. And obviously it's the most advantageous to have a financial power of attorney because it's cheaper, faster. But as I began talking to mother, I began thinking that there was perhaps some competency issues. And so I wanted the state bar requires that I make a decision as to mother's competency and how much she understands the legal documents and the legal situation. So I started asking mother questions and kind of interviewing her, and asked where she was born and what her birth date was, and how many children she had and where they lived, and asking her about her finances. And then I would circle back and ask questions in a different way. And so as I was interviewing her also, I heard this clicking noise, and I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe that mother was chewing on, had some hard candy in her mouth. And the son said, oh no, mother's got some new dentures and they're kind of not fitting right. Next thing you know, the mother takes her tongue and she pushes the dentures, the top and bottom, out of her mouth, takes them in her hands, and she shows them to me like that. And so obviously that got my attention. And so I continued on interviewing mother and trying to understand her level of competency. And I came to a place where, you know, I had a good feeling, good knowledge that she understood what was going on and what needed to be done. So what we did was we scheduled a next appointment for her to come in and to sign the new documents we were going to create for her. So the moral of the story is it is extremely important that you keep your documents updated. Now, I know no one wants to hear that. I know no one wants to even talk about estate planning at all, much less be told, hey, even if your documents may have been good 5 years ago, you need to come in and maybe have them redone, especially financial power of attorney. And that 5-year time period is real. Once your financial power of attorney is 3.5 years old, you need to talk about getting it done. Don't even wait 5 years because banks won't honor it. But anyway, so mother was very sweet. Father was trying to, the son was trying to help her. He really cared about her. He was a loving son. He wanted to make sure her assets were taken care of. So anyway, if you have ever had an experience like that or any thoughts or questions, just put them in the comment section below. And at Fouts Law Group, we are not general practitioners. We focus exclusively on asset protection, estate planning, protecting your stuff while you're alive from Medicaid and after you die. And we post videos like this, as I've said, so make sure you click the subscribe button and then click the notification bell so you will get a notice when we put a new video up. So if you want an estate plan that actually works instead of one that just looks pretty, I would strongly encourage you to consider coming in for a free consultation, no obligation, no charge of any kind. And when you come in, I will give you a copy of my book, Estate Planning in Georgia, How to Keep It in the Family. Now, this book is available for sale on Amazon, but I will give you a free copy just for coming in. And so also be sure to check out our website, FoutsEstateLaw.com, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.